Hey Chem Kids, Mr. C here, and we are going to be doing the study of reaction rate lab. It kind of looked a little bit like this. Yours is going to look a little bit different because it's going to be in the format of a Canvas quiz, but I'm going to walk you through. So now we're going to do part one, and in part one, we're mixing two different solutions together. So we're mixing together solution A, and we're mixing together solution B. And we're going to do about 5 or 6 different trials. And the only thing that's going to be different is in each trial, we're going to lower the concentration of solution A. And we're going to do that by basically mixing it with water. So like the first trial, we're going to do 10 milliliters of B and 10 milliliters of A and mix them together. In the second trial, though, we're still going to keep 10 milliliters of B, but then we're only going to do 9 milliliters of solution A, and we're going to mix in an extra milliliter of water. And we're going to see how long that reaction takes. And I'm actually going to have you guys time the reaction. You can either use sort of the video code at the bottom to time it, or you can use your phones to time it. But let's go ahead and get started. So for that first one, that first trial, and you're going to be filling this out in this Canvas quiz that this video is located in, we're mixing together 10 milliliters of solution B and 10 milliliters of solution A. So I have my solution A here that I'm going to pour in the speaker. And I have my 10 milliliters of solution B that I'm going to pour in this beaker up here. What I'm going to do is as soon as I dump one of these beakers into the other, I want you to go ahead and start your timers, and we're going to time how long it takes for this solution to go blue. And you're going to want to make sure that you're watching closely because it occurs pretty fast. So I'm going to mix it here, so make sure your timer is started. I mixed it together a few times, and we're going to look, and we're going to wait until it turns blue. Whoa! So go ahead and record that time, and once you record it, go ahead and continue on with the video, and we'll do our next try. Okay, so now that you recorded the data for the first one, we're going to go ahead and do the second one. In the second one, we're going to do 10 milliliters of solution B. So I have measured that out, and I'm going to dump it in here. And we're going to do 9 milliliters of volume of the solution A and 1 milliliter of water, which I've actually already mixed up into here. So once again, we're going to time how long this reaction takes place. So as soon as I dump them in, go ahead and start timing it, and we're going to record that number. So remember, you want to look for whenever it turns blue. So we're going to hold it, keep watching, keep timing. Oh, it turned blue. That was really fast. So make sure you record that time. Feel free to rewind if you need to. Record that, and then we'll come back and we'll do trial 3. Okay, now we're doing our third trial of part 1. So now this is where we're mixing 10 milliliters of solution B, which I've measured out right here, so it's all ready to go. And we're going to do 8 milliliters of the solution A with 2 milliliters of water. So I go ahead and I went and mixed that into here, and then dump it into here. We're going to mix these two solutions together, and once again, start that time as soon as I mix them together, and then stop it whenever they turn blue. So just getting a good mix here. We're just going to watch it and see how long it takes to turn blue. And it's a really fast change. It's actually kind of cool. Oh, there we go. So make sure to record that time. Once you record that time, go ahead and continue on in the video, and we'll do our fourth trial of part 1. Okay, now we're doing our fourth trial where we still have 10 milliliters of B, so we're keeping that the same each time, and I've measured that out here. But now we're going to have 7 milliliters of A and 3 milliliters of water, which I've gone ahead and mixed into here, so I'm going to dump that in here. And we're going to do the exact same thing. We're just going to look for the time change, or how long it takes, after I mix these two to turn blue. So I'm going to mix them now, so start your time. Mix them real well, and we're just going to wait for this to turn blue, and it's kind of taking a little bit longer each time, which is sort of what we expect if we think back to a note. So there we go, blue. Go ahead and record that time, and we will go ahead and do our next trial whenever you're ready. Okay, we're starting our second to last trial. This time we're mixing together that 10 milliliters of B, which I've measured here, and we're mixing together only 6 milliliters of solution A and 4 milliliters of water, which I mixed together in this graduated cylinder. So as soon as I mix these together, go ahead and start those timers and time how long it takes to turn blue. So we're mixing. There we go. Drip some on my laptop a bit. Oh well. So see how long. And there we go. We turned blue. So make sure you record that time in the Canvas quiz, and then. Okay, it's time for our last data point for part 1 of this lab. So I've measured out my 10 milliliters of B in here. And in here I have 5 milliliters of solution A and 5 milliliters of water. So I'm going to pour that in here. As soon as I mix these two together, go ahead and start that timer. So I mix them and see how long it takes for that solution to turn blue. And there we go. So go ahead and record that time, answer the few questions that I have below about this part, and then I want you to go ahead and move on to part 2 of this lab whenever you are ready.